Hey guys, Therese April from WLBT, and we are here in front of Merit Health. You can see the emergency department right down there. And we're about to see the Rankin County firefighters come by here to pay their respects to medical workers here in Rankin County who are on the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis. So in just a few minutes, just a few seconds actually, we can hear them from here. You'll start to see those vehicles come through here. Are they coming back around? Okay guys, that was obviously members of the fire departments in the county as well as the Rankin County Sheriff's Department, and not just in the county, in the city too. Just wanted to let you guys see that. As a former firefighter, I'm trying not to cry. That was pretty amazing. They're here at Merit Health. That's where we are. They're headed over to Flowood at this point, but they just wanted to show their respect for the medical personalities, that's a TV term, the medical personnel that are working on the front lines of this COVID-19 crisis, guys. And the thing that a lot of people don't necessarily get when they watch this is that those folks are on the front lines too. The medical first responders, firefighters, and cops, they're the ones that actually, you know, make first contact in a lot of cases. Stuart, I think they realize that, but I think what's happening is a lot more important. Yeah, people might freak out. And as the person everybody calls when they hear a whole lot of, you know, sirens, I'm going to tell you, yeah, sure they are. But right now, for those guys to come out here and do what they did, to show the nurses and doctors and other medical personnel what's going on, is a very important part of this, because it's about solidarity. If you've ever worked in the field of any kind of emergency response or any kind of medicine, you know that sometimes it's such a stressful environment, you know, and it's hard to sometimes everybody be on the same page. Everybody's on the same team, but sometimes not on the same page. And something like this just says, look, we know we're all in it together. And that's the thing. Like I said, those guys, they're on the front lines too, but they're here. Danita, you just made me cry, man. But they're here to show the doctors and nurses that they understand the great sacrifice these men and women are giving. And I think all of us probably should stand up and realize that. At this point, I don't know how many of y'all are still not sure about this coronavirus thing, but I'm going to tell you it's real. And nobody knows it better than the people you just saw go by and the people that are in this building behind me. Yeah, that's why I keep saying medical personnel. I can't say all of the different medical professions. My sister-in-law is a physician assistant, so I could go through the list, only I don't know them all and I don't want to leave anybody out. So when I say medical professionals, medical personnel, I mean all of you, every one of you, because you know that's something that you have to really want to do, and you have to really love people to do it. So we're very grateful for all of you, and as they say, once a firefighter, always a firefighter. And I haven't been in a fire department in a very long time, but I just want to say, from the family of firefighters, we see you and we recognize what you guys are putting into it, medical folks, and we thank you. And as a citizen and as a member of the media, I thank you too. Again, to you guys that are watching, yeah, and I mean the firemen too, that's what I was just saying. This is the front lines, guys. The firefighters, first responders, cops, like there is a front lines, and then there's like where the battles are waged, and we're talking about that when we're talking about the first responders and the doctors and nurses and other medical professionals. So guys, I'm not trying to leave anybody out, like please let's don't turn it into a who did I leave out thing. Long story short, I just wanted you guys to get to see this because we're in really weird, uncertain times. These are times nobody really understands what's going on, but to see people pull together like that, I think really should warm all of our hearts, and it certainly does for me. So, you know, and that's a good idea. If you've got somebody you love that's out there, either in the medical field, who's a first responder, somebody who has to worry about coming home and changing clothes, and not hugging their children, and living in a tent in some cases. We know people living in trailers. We know people who are, you know, staying in a room that's shut off from the rest of their family because they deal with COVID patients every day. If you've got somebody out there, or if you are somebody, put your name in this list. Go ahead and just put it right there in the comments, and that way we can pray for you by name. And to those of you who pray, take note of the people that are being mentioned and pray for them by name every day, because right now that's something that's going to help. So again, if you have somebody, if you have a loved one that is either in the medical profession or a first responder who is dealing just firsthand with the COVID-19 virus, put their name in this list And I know sometimes I call for things like that and they don't happen. So if they don't, that's okay. But if you do, we will pray for each of them by name. And not in this, necessarily in this video, but when I go to sleep tonight, I'll scroll through them and write them all down. And that's what I'm going to do. So again, we're at Merit Health. Just saw all the fire trucks in the county go by, or at least a fire truck representing each department in the county. We saw members of the Rankin County Sheriff's Department, and Pafford Ambulance was there. We had a lot of folks out here today, guys, blowing their sirens, blowing their horns, driving by the, actually here, let me turn it around. You can see the emergency department right there. And they made this loop just to show their support for the medical personnel. Kelsey, we will definitely be praying for you. Billy and Ashley Stiegel, definitely in my prayers. So guys, again, you're prayed for, you're loved. We can't appreciate you enough for the sacrifice that you make every single day. Yeah, Patricia, that's a good idea. I mean, I know there are a lot of different people who are trying to make things easier on these folks, and I pray for those people too. For those of you who are asking, I'm at Merit Health in Brandon, and they are headed over to Flowood now too. So guys, I love you, and I'm glad that so many of you tuned in for this, because these folks deserve to be recognized. Much love to you. Probably see you sometime this week.